The 4 members made allegations that the ongoing construction of the County Assembly Chamber is marred with malpractices, while citing the project as an unnecessary expenditure whose allocations could go into the county projects or programs. Further, the members claimed that the County Assembly has sufficient chamber space and that construction should therefore be halted. The members further presented financial figures relating to the ongoing construction and in particular made the ridiculous assertion that over 110 million which had been budgeted for the projects remains unaccounted for. Sometimes dealing with ignorance is sometimes good, sometimes to be educated. It is important to clarify, as correctly alluded by the 4 honorable members, that the construction of the new County Assembly Chamber commenced during the financial year 2022-2023. At the material time, Honorable Crispus Tondo was at the helm of the House leadership as the Deputy Speaker, and he was therefore actively involved in the initiation, planning, and implementation of the project. You need to be reminded that this 3rd County Assembly, by the time it was coming to be sworn in, the plans and everything had already been approved by the previous leadership. So, who then baked the cake? Honorable Crispus Matsaga Tondo. And I'm very certain, maybe not, with the expectations that he would have bounced back in the leadership and maybe do the necessary evil that he had really wished to do, which unfortunately, God did not allow it. We got a different leadership. For purposes of transparency and accurate public record, it should be noted that the final annual budgetary allocations to this project, following the approval of relevant supplementary budget, have been as follows. Financial year 2022-2023, 27,043,490 shillings were allocated, provided for in the budget. Financial year 2023-2024, it was 58,220,389 shillings. Financial year 2024-2025, it was 70 million. Total allocation is 155,263,879. The financial figures cited by the aforementioned members are inaccurate and do not reflect the official records. In particular, the assertion that over 110 million remains unaccounted for is factually incorrect. It is a well-established fiscal principle that the approval of budgetary allocations does not automatically translate into expenditure. Hapa ndio shule inaingia na umuhimu wake hapa. As disbursements are invariably subject to the actual availability of funds. In instances where the county fails to meet its revenue targets, first programs such as this construction project may not receive full funding as budgeted for. Therefore, for transparency purposes and for avoidance of any doubt, the County Assembly confirms that only a total of 88.4 million has so far been disbursed over the last 3 years by the Exchequer towards the construction of the County Assembly Chamber against the actual budget of 155 million for the 3 years. If, and I'd like to clarify, if what has been expensed is 88.4 million, where is the 110? At the alleged 110 million, they are saying cannot be accounted for. Further, the claim that the Assembly has sufficient chamber space and that construction should therefore be halted is not only misguided, ill-advised, and populist, meant to whip the emotions of the public, but is also legally untenable. The existing chamber remains significantly inadequate, lacking sufficient space for plenary sittings by members in case of visiting honorable members, and equally has very little space to accommodate members of the public at the public gallery and at the speaker's gallery. This spatial limitation has directly impacted the Assembly's ability to host critical events such as the Senate Mashinani sittings. And to be on record, the County Assembly of Taita Taveta has missed on 2 separate occasions due to an unsuitability of the infrastructure of the current chamber to host Senate Mashinani, including this year. Visits by students from our local students have also been negatively impacted by the little space in the galleries. As a matter of fact, the current chamber was inherited from the defunct Taita Taveta County Council and lacks modern amenities and space to accommodate even persons with disabilities. The construction of a modern spacious chamber complex was therefore necessary. Additionally, this is where now law comes in. Wazazi tupeleke watoto shuleni. Additionally, the contractor is currently on site and substantial progress has already been made on the project. Any attempt to unilaterally terminate or suspend the project at this advanced stage would amount to a breach of contract and could expose the County Assembly to legal liability and financial penalties. It is therefore imperative that this project proceeds to completion in accordance with the applicable contractual terms, financial regulations, and public interest considerations.